All right, guys, we're coming back with step 2 of Cognitive's, or rather, Five Angry Men's attempt to get into the LAN event. If they're able to win this game against Cognitive Gaming, they will have earned their place, but they have 2 chances here. They've earned themselves 2 chances, Hindu Man.
2 chances. If they win this game, DM, they go to the LAN.
That's right.
If they lose this game, they then need to win the next game to go to the LAN.
That's right.
If they don't win either, then Cognitive Red will go to the LAN in their stead.
You know, we have been talking a lot about those 2 teams. Let's also talk a little bit about what Cognitive is attempting to do here. Now, a Cognitive is 20 points ahead of Team Dignitas going into this round. If they're able to take first place today, they will have earned themselves first seed. If Dignitas is able to take first place, they will have earned first seed. So we're really looking to see who places higher between Cog and Dig at this point. Now, Snipe, they can't do anything to fall out of third place. They are the guaranteed 3rd seed. They will be fighting the lower seed of Cognitive and Dignitas, of course, going into the LAN.
And on the other side of it, if you look at how this game played out last time as well, DM, the last time these 2 faced off, it was Cognitive versus 5 Angry Men last week in the semi-final.
Right.
And Cognitive won there once again. So
they won the week before, too, 2-0 in the finals.
They did. So it looks like Cognitive do have 5 Angry Men's number. Now, 5 Angry Men, will they have something special up their sleeves, DM? Will they have something tried? Will they have some cheese? That's what I'm asking. Is there some cheese waiting on the side? Are we going to see some noir? Are we going to see something like, I don't know, a Ninja support? Some craziness, you know? See something crazy that comes out that could possibly win in the game and throw Cognitive off their game.
Now, we have seen them beat them before. 5 Angry Men won in qualifying week number 5 for the Smite World Championships, beating Cognitive Gaming in a rather big upset. Though it was fairly one-sided throughout the game, 5 Angry Men had a really good comeback, but it really came down to their overall push. They wound up taking second Team Dignitas, but I really think there's a lot of potential for the win here. And I think if any team is hungry right now, it's got to be 5 a.m. It's got to be 5 a.m.
It's got to be 5 a.m. I mean, DM, the other teams that are still left in right now, this moment, they're all through, you know? Cognitive are already at the LAN, Snipes at the LAN, Dignitas at the LAN. And Red just sat there going, for the love of all that is holy, please, 5 a.m., throw. Please throw. Throw hard. Throw as hard as you've ever thrown before, because we really want to go. We want 50k chance.
And to be able to get there, they're going to have to really put all their hopes and dreams on their sister team, Cognitive Prime, as they go into this game. The bans are starting to come out, guys. We are seeing, of course, Janus Nemesis gets taken away from, looks like, yeah, DJ Pernicus, Osiris, and Athena all getting taken away.
That Nemesis ban, just full respect to DJ Pernicus on that.
Yeah.
Nemesis is one of these gods that we don't see that much in the jungle anymore, DM. She is good, but she's got to be in the right sort of hands of the player who's going to be aware when to go in, when to not go in, when to be patient, and when to use the shields correctly. And you're starting to see that, and that's full respect to DJ Pernicus because he has that god down.
So a rather similar picking phase. We're going to see Geb locked in right after Aphrodite, and then Thor option back over to Cognitive. Now, this puts DJ Pernicus in an awkward position. We have seen him play Nemesis or Osiris pretty much every game for the entirety of this series. And now he's gone into Thor, which we all, of course, know is good. Apollo going to be locked in as well. So it might put them in an awkward place chemistry-wise. 5 Angry Men likely to lock in Artemis once Cognitive finishes up their picking phase here. I think we're going to see an Alquan.
It's possible we could see Alquan picked up as well. I mean, not unlikely to see
available.
That, but it looks like Cognitive going to go for the Regeneration team comp. And they're hovering over and looking in Ra here.
Speaking of Ra, Rama was left wide open and will be picked and locked for 5 Angry Men as we go back into the ban phase. 5 Angry Men has option.
Rama was left available on the table last game through, you know, the first 6 picks and then was banned away in the second counter ban phase. But this time, going to be picked up as soon as Apollo has been locked in here. So now that's going to leave a support on the table for Cognitive to pick up, and I expect 5 Angry Men to look to take one of those away. Will it be Kumbhakana or will it be... actually, Athena's already been banned away at the moment, so will they ban Kumbhakana? No, they're going to go for Freya in the jungle.
I like that. Andenser has been an absolute monster with that character. Freya. Few people in the world, I think, would disagree that in terms of top player in the world throughout this series, Andy wouldn't be on the top of that list. I mean, the guy has carried almost every game we've seen him play.
when you look at what Smite Central's doing with that fantasy league, they announced their, the standings, and Andy number one, and the nearest jungler to him is like 9th or 10th or something. It just shows, and that was Laz's, So he says so much about how good Andy really is, and full respect to him, banning away his Freya. And Choc was banned from Cognitive Gaming. Back over to 5 Angry Men. What have they got to pick up? Well, they need a solo laner and they need a mid DM. What would they think they're going to go for?
I think, they're going to go into the Vamana. This got actually banned away last time from Rush, so he's going to pick that up to deal with the Aphrodite. With Ao Kuang not being picked up here, I know Mace loves him, but with that Agni play in the last time, I got to assume it's going to be one of the two. Now, Bacchus gets hovered on. This is a character we almost never see. Mono control is a little bit difficult, but his team fight is incredible.
Mono control might be a little bit difficult, but it is Jeff Hindler. It is Jeff Hindler.
That's true.
He knows how to play the Bacchus. I've seen it on stream many times from him before. So if they do go for this Bacchus pick, I think it could work out really well for them, especially as shutting down someone like Rama, who likes to use his mobility. Those belly flops are so fast, you've got to be very quick on the tumble, otherwise you're going to get caught.
There's one of my favorite characters. You know this, Hindu Man. Bots gets hovered on and locked in, an incredible force right now in the meta, especially against characters like Rama and characters like Thor, who get really, hard CC'd. The only saving grace here is that if Geb avoids it and can shield somebody, he can save them from it. And we're looking for our final pick here. This, of course, is going to be our pick for Mace to the face in the mid lane. They have things like Ao Kuang on the table. Scylla still available. But he's going to go away from all the norms, and he's going to lock in Isis.
This is what I was talking about. 5 Angry Men have got to bring something different. They haven't done well the last couple of weeks against Cognitive. They have to bring something different. Thankfully, ROM's just been released, so maybe Cognitive don't have things worked out of how to play against him or deal with him effectively. Can we see coming out now from 5 Angry Men whether they can do something a bit unusual away from the norm DM and bring out something that's going to cause issues? Isis and ROM could be that.
So, guys, as we get into our semifinal game, left side of your screen, you're going to see Cognitive Gaming. Omega's going to be going to the solo lane as Aphrodite. Ra going to be going as that's going to be MLC Stealth going into the mid lane. Barracuda and Jeff Hindla will make up your duo lane as, of course, Apollo and Bacchus, and Andy heading to the jungle as Habwa. On the right side of your screen, you will find 5 Angry Men. Pain to Beyond, captain of the team, will be heading off with Madman Mark as both Geb and Rama, respectively, to the duo lane. DJ Pernicus will be your jungler as Thor. Rush will be taking his famed baby to the solo lane. And Mace to the face will be grabbing Isis for the mid lane. Remember, guys, if 5 Angry Men win this, they make the LAN and knock Cog Red out of contention. Stick around. This one's going to be good. Welcome back, everybody, for the match everybody has been waiting for. Part 2, where the 5 Angry Men continue their contention run for LAN against Cognitive Prime.
I've heard of the Hercules' 12 labors, but this right now is 5 Angry Men's second labor. They might even need a third one if this one doesn't go well, but they're on the second challenge to try and become God Saves Pernicus. Going to lead the charge.
Nope.
Possibly get caught out there, but everyone backing out.
I almost thought Pernicus was going to take the stun.
I thought so too.
I really thought he was going to do it. That would have been bad too, because they wouldn't have gained anything off of it, and that would have absolutely destroyed his jungle clear.
So, as a Guardian, look at what Bacchus just did there. Jeff Hindler went into the jungle, put down his 2 wards, immediately recalls back to base, and picks up some mana potions with his remaining gold that he's got available. So he's going to have some decent sustain, especially on someone like Bacchus DM, who wants to rely on that chug to make sure he can get the extra effects from his belly flop and obviously his Belcher of the Gods.
It's pretty strange, though, to see that going down so early. Don't you think?
What, the wards or the...
I'm sorry, the delay there from Jeff Hindla.
Yeah, it did seem unusual how quickly it was delayed.
So I'm looking. Is this going to be an invade here? Are they going for it?
They are.
Oh,
they are.
MLC spots it. He spots it. He sees it. They're going to back off here. This should be a free mid camp, though.
They're still going.
They're still
the Spirit Ball!
Caught!
They didn't expect the Spirit Ball. The heal's going to come out, but First Blood's going to go, and now they're going to give up the red buff as well.
You called it, man. This is going to be all about, pulling all the stops out.
These
strats, invades, going everything that they can do. They're taking away the buff. They take away First Blood. Mid camps are still up for contention as Mace to the face goes back to the lane. He actually does get that point of experience as well. Are they going to take the blue? Do they have the push? Anister's too low. He can't contend.
Gonna get the blue as well. Now you're going to see Andy come in late, but not going to find it overall. Blue goes over to Rush in the duo, sorry, into the solo lane now. And look where Mace is. He's off taking the left-hand experience cap, which was left by 5 AM at the start.
Oh my god, the overall push has been incredible. They are pulling out all the stops here. I don't think COG even knows what just hit them now. We've seen COG down before in the beginning. The real strength that they have is their rotations and their team fight phase. But as we saw in the last game, 5 AM are no slouch in that department. And so far, we're seeing really strong opening coming out from 5 AM.
We are DJ Pernicus rotating mid lane now, looking for these right-hand mid harpies. And if he gets an opportunity on Raw, he'll take them too. And that's just going to give Mace to the face such an advantage. Look at him holding the wall to make sure he gets the experience. He's level 5! Raw is level 3!
This is incredible. They know that this is the make or break game. They have to do everything. I mean, even if they lose this, they have another chance. They're actually going to go for it. This is a 4-man rotation. Even if MLC rotates in, that will be a death. That is a level 5 Isis, meaning either she has silence, a level 2 wing gust, a spirit ball, and her ult, or there's going to be a level 3 wing gust in there. Either way, that's not something. Oh, they're taking the smoke, Hindu.
And now, this is a good call from Cognitive, though. Look at them. They've gone into the enemy jungle now and have taken away the blue, but Rush is here at level 3. He's got to be careful. They're going to lose the blue buff, and Rush might get caught out, but Stealth is here as well. This was a good call from Cog to get a little bit of control back.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really, really important call, too, because Rush is not only going to lose that buff, but now he's not going to be able to sustain for nearly as long as Aphrodite, who is already sitting very close to full health. Though, Afro's still a little bit behind. First Blood was given to DJ Pernicus, which means the rotations are going to be very strong. Now, DJ rotates back to the top. He's going to get another speed buff here. Actually, where did the first speed buff go? They actually gave it to Mace.
Yeah, they gave it to Mace as well. So Mace got that one at the time. Look at the experience right now, DM. 2,000 experience at 2.5 minutes in the game. 5 AM have pulled out a great starting opportunity for themselves to get in control of this game. Now, they have to keep it, DM. They have to abuse the lead and not let Cognitive farm them way back into it.
Yeah, they took that inch and now they need to take a mile off of it. If they want to keep this up against, you know, one of the strongest teams in Smite's history, definitely one of the most winningest teams in Smite's history, they have to be as potent as possible in terms of farm. And so far, I'm looking at both Mace and DJ Pernicus. This is a completely new Mace to the face than what we saw in the previous weeks, or even, you know, previous LAN events. He was usually such a defensive player. Now he's buying 400 pots. He's invading enemy red at level 1. I mean, this is what we needed to see from Mace to really bring him to that conversation, bring his name to the table, Hindu Man, when we say who are the best mid laners in the world, and we always heard the best Sayo, you know, MLC Stealth.
Now, the one thing to mention,
make it a smart.
by doing what they did at the start, DM, it delayed the mid-camp spawning, which is going to deny both the supports the opportunity to get some experience. Mace to the face rotating left here. They're both level 5, though, so Mace is going to watch his positioning. Across the sky's been burnt, silence, and a great spirit ball, but once the belly flop's available, going to get back to safety. Mace is still going deep, though. As Stardom's down!
I don't like this. DJ Pernicus has gone
so
far here. Oh, my lord.
The combination of skills was fantastic. I thought it was stupid. I was like, what are you doing? You're going to throw the lead away. They knew the skills they had. Rom came in, picked up the kill. Great pickup for the second kill of the game. They're going to lose left mid-camps. But they come out on top again.
That was a great push, but this could be big here. And he has the Fear No Evil directly into the shot. Pain's going to go down. That's going to be their first kill of the game. Remember, the kill did go to the tower on the left side, so 1-2. Now, see, the Mace trade here was awkward. They picked up the kill, sure, right? But that was a kill onto a support, a character that doesn't really need to get his farm. They also traded away Mace, who lost a lot of farm potential by having to rotate back, and he still had a minute left on his potion.
And they just lost both mid-camps as well for that fight that all broke out as well as it went even. So overall, that fight that broke out left-hand side where you saw them pick up Bacchus, they still won out because they got the mid-camps and the killer and the support back. And now they're the ones that are starting slowly to creep back in. The experience is now even.
Yeah, we're looking at it. It's going back and forth between the red and the blue line. Goal difference still 1,000 in favor right now of 5 Angry Men. Barracuda might be in some trouble. Madman Mark goes for it, misses the cripple. Nice mesmerize.
Good belly flop.
Jumping back in. Yeah, he's going to be able to keep that peel. Very good play by Jeff.
Yeah, very good play. I mean, one of the belly flop makes sure the Barracuda can't be aggressive, but it was a good shield from Pain Divion to make sure they can continue the pressure onto him. He was in tower range as well, so going to pay off for now. But looking at mid lane as well, DM, MLC Stealth's caught up to Mace to the face. He had a 2-level lead, DM. He had a 2-level lead, and MLC Stealth has shrunk it back to even almost.
Well, Mace to the face hasn't found a kill. He's 2 assists deep right now, and Stealth was able to get that kill. And you look at the gold, there's a 4, maybe 500 gold difference. Consider the fact that Mace bought a pot. That's dead even in the mid lane. Where is he going?
He's going for the speed, the red buff once again. Sorry, speed,
this
isn't he? And but the whole team's here.
Too much.
Belly flop. Jeff's going to try and take that one away. Great snipe from MLC. Spirit Ball's going to connect. They're not going to find anything though, as now Andy turns up as well with the Fear No Evil. Cataclysm going to delay his death, but the rollout is not going to be enough to get away. You can see from the top Astral Barrage is used, and now Madman Mark's in trouble. Gonna drop.
The pathing was incredible, but they're going to drop another person. There goes their lead. While they're still ahead on 5 Angry Men by 300 gold, they're 1,600 experience down. They're getting too greedy now. The rotations are obvious. They're not catching Cog off guard anymore. They're just allowing for counter initiations. And now Andy, look at the greed here. He's going to go, he's checking the red. Will he go for the small camp? No, he's going to back off. So he will lose a little bit of farm time here, but I think Cog has just pushed their way right back into this game.
Yeah, and Andy lost his red buff, lost his speed buff, lost his whole jungle, and he's still a level ahead of DJ Pernicus now. What? How is that possible?
I mean, he's been rotating. That's it. Andy has been farming. I mean, we always talk about if you're going to go for ganks, you need to either make sure they're successful or do them on the way to farm. DJ Pernicus is backing right now. He doesn't have time for that. He has to keep farming. The issue here is that there's nothing on the map. It was actually faster to back and rotate to left while getting some extra movement speed from the boots. He has to get this red buff down. He has to keep going because Andy is really starting to peel away from him.
Left-hand camps went in favor of Cognitive Red once again. Sorry, Cognitive once again. Mid camps to the right due to spawn very, very soon. And 5 AM are now the ones at a deficit in terms of experience by 2,500 themselves.
So Hindu,
Yeah.
you're 5 AM, right? You get early kills, early pressure. You're stealing everything under the sun, and then you lose your lead. Now, once again, Pernicus in some trouble, forced to use his beads. He actually diving there. Andy, now look at this. That's at 3-minute beads, where as opposed to a minute and a half on the Fear No Evil. That's a huge win for Cog Red. So what are you thinking right now if you're 5 Angry Men? How do you get back into this game?
Well, I wouldn't say Goal Fury, but that's exactly what they're going to look for here because they just all walked through a ward, DM. They're going to try and rush this one down. Have they got the damage to do it? That's the question. Apollo is up, going to come down. Cog, actually, so 5 AM to the Goal Fury, but they're going to lose Pain to Beyond. Now Barracuda is still going to be aggressive.
I think that was worth so far. Omegatron nowhere near the battle right now, and Rush is going to get himself safe. So support for the Gold Fury, I'd say that's a win.
Pretty good win overall. I mean, gold advantage now in the favor. Cog's not done.
Mace is in a lot of trouble here. Belly flop actually not going to be affected through the beads. They're diving for it. The jump misses, doesn't get the
Balls
slow.
up.
Ra's out of mana here. They can chase. Omega's going deep. He doesn't find anything. He's under the tower. He's
the wall was good.
To use his ultimate. Oh,
the wall was so
God.
good by DJ, but now on the backside rushed, he's fighting off 2 members, Andy and Jeff, trying to keep him busy. They're both going to back away now that the big baby comes out overall there. But you can see by the golden experience now, DM, gold advantage is in favor of 5 AM by 1,700. However, experience still just in favor of Cognitive.
I can see the hashtag Pern down for what getting spammed into the chat already as DJ Pernicus makes a brilliant play to keep them into this game. That was necessary. Oh, look at this. They're going to have an opportunity. Jeff Hinla doesn't have an escape here. Barracuda's low mana. Why are they not aggressing? Because actually, Andy was rotating in, though he was low mana as well. His ultimate was available. Could he use it? I'm unsure with that mana pool, but I think that was a good back off there.
It was a good back. I mean, Mace to the face was kind of low on mana there as well, so we've only had the opportunity for his tumble or his pick-me-up to proc that one to be able to use that. So, and his Astral Barrage wasn't online either. So you can see 5 AM trying to rotate round here and looking for the red buff. Are they going to be able to find it? Doesn't look like it. That's going to go over to Cognitive. Once again, they get their own buff.
Now, 5 Angry Men are keeping themselves alive here, despite the fact that they are down in kills and experience, but only by 900. They are ahead by 1,500 gold, which is a pretty big swing at this point, and that's directly attributed, of course, to that Gold Fury.
Barry's going to be careful here. Overextending, looking to take away the blue, which I think he stole there. But he's running out of money. I have enough for across the sky, but is that enough to get away? I'm not sure. That's far enough.
And that's it. Yeah, he will get under the tower there. Andy has rotated. Left side mid camps just got taken. It looks like that went to the boys on Cognitive Red. Yes, they were able to take that one away.
So for now, it's 4-3. Now, the start of this game, 5 AM came out with all guns blazing, DM. They got a big lead off, but that one gank on the left-hand lane that was successful did not pay dividends for them because they lost a lot more than they expected from them. They gave up a lot of free farm and also the mid-camps and experience and a kill as well. And that's just slowly allowed Cognitive to claw themselves back in.
So now, 10 minutes, or almost 11 minutes into the game, first Gold Fury has been picked up, halfway down to respawn. Mace is dead. There's nowhere to go.
Mace. Oh, he's going to Aegis, but
he should not have Aegis.
Wasted the Aegis there overall. I feel it was going to go right-hand side. Harpies are going to respawn at exactly the same time, so great call from Cognitive again, taking a lead in kills and experience, and after that, it'll probably be gold.
Pernicus could be in some trouble. I mean, they're going to rotate in. Andy actually coming in there as well. Pain Devion's going to take some damage there from Ananster.
Rush can't really get involved in this. He's very low on mana.
This could be a 4v3. Rush is already pretty low. I don't like this one. 5 angry men, but Pain Devion getting a huge ult there.
Well, DJ's going to go up, but I don't think he can fight the 4 whole members of Cognitive. His Rush is very, very low. Doesn't have his big baby form available. Omega already did that, and that's going to allow Cognitive to take away the blue buff as well, DM. Cognitive are given as good as they've got this game so far.
A great, actually, use of the ultimate right there. Pernicus realized he couldn't go back down, so he actually ults into the mid lane to pick up some experience. But I want to talk about the timers. And this is where Mace of the Face kind of fell here, is because the right camp was coming up, right, Hindu Man? We knew that.
That's right.
They knew that. Both teams should have known that. I mean, mid-camp timers are probably the easiest timers to keep in the game. And what happened there was Mace didn't recognize that people were going to start rotating to that camp. He didn't realize that he was about to get pressured. 3 men rotated in and burned him down, wasting not only his life, but his Aegis in the process, picking up the camp, taking away both buffs on top, and forcing 5 angry men to a defensive position once again. 3,700 experience up is Cognitive Red, 500 gold down.
And so Andy's going to rotate mid lane and cover this one as Raj is going to rotate back in MLC stuff, going back to base and quickly picking up a few items. Got his Warlock Sash online now as well, DM. So he's going to be stacking nicely and get himself a nice bit of health in there.
So right lane, I'm looking at Rushed here. The person that kind of carried the last game, brought everything to light, is level 12 right now comparatively to Omega, who's level 13. Which is curious. Actually, Rush does proc it to 13, but Rush actually was able to pick up both the buffs on the early side, on the enemy side. Not to mention they killed Omega, which stopped a lot of his early farm. So to see Omega catch up so quickly is beyond impressive.
But notice what they did as well. Cognitive join picks it. Oh, hang on. Barracuda's going to the sky. They're going for a big aggression. Fear no evil. On to Madman Mark at the back line, but the shield's going to be good. Great Cataclysm coming out from Pain Devion, but I think he's going to go down here.
He's trying to dodge as much as possible. Intoxicate's going to do some damage as Mace rotates in. Spirit Ball's not going to hit anyone, and that's actually going to be a free kill.
Ball's coming up. DJ's going to look for an opportunity. Well, he's going to find 2 on the front line. Barracuda's going to survive for now, but Jeff's in a bit of trouble here as they use a weakening curse as well. Rush going to find that one, and we can see overall Megatron's not even hit. That was Spirit Ball hit Barracuda. Can they clean him up?
Rush going to throw Circle of Protect, or rather Circle of, it's completely wasted. They're still pressuring. Mace is going to be pushed back here as he's trying to get out as Omega rotates in. Madman Mark cannot go back into that tower. He needs his team to rotate through. He's actually going to die here. There's nothing he can do about it.
Gonna die to MLC on the backside. DJ Pinnacle still trying to spin to win. Actually gonna help get. And this is down. The Spirit Ball saves the day. There's the Undying Love coming out to continue to the chase. But now Rushed is in big baby form. Zoning them back out with a Wind Gust as well. Spirit Ball connects again. But 5 AM win that fight, I feel, if they get this Gold Fury.
So, I didn't like the play from Madman there.
DJ.
Oh, my.
They've got a good belt now.
That hurt my body.
I'm shocked that happened.
That actually, like, affected me physically. I don't think I've ever seen a player just kill himself to a Gold Fury before.
I've seen it in solo queue. I'm not joking.
I mean, not in tournament, not at high level play.
Okay. I thought you said you never seen it. I was like, this happens every day on EU in solo queue. Talking about.
DJ Pernicus is making the history books there as he forces his team into a rather awkward position where now it looks like Cog has a free opportunity for the Gold Fury, only contended by Pain Devion and Madman Mark here, and they don't have the damage to contend.
Astral Barrage goes up in the sky, trying to get some damage down. Only going to find the last out to MLC stuff, but not enough to really contend. Pain Devion's in trouble. Has to use the Cataclysm. The Gold Fury resets, but Pain Devion's going to die. And now it's a 4v5. DJ's back in line. Rush goes in with the Weakening Curse, trying to keep the pressure on, zoning out Cog.
Omega looks like he's going to be able to heal himself back up there, especially with help of Ra, but DJ Pernicus, we're looking to you to try to turn this one back around. They forced him out. Jeff Himla, of course, still has his Hand of the Gods and still at full health. Will allow him to go for his infamous belly flop Hand of the Gods steal if they choose to go for it. They're hovering but not going for it. The teams will reset, and while unsuccessful in stealing away the Gold Fury, Pain Devion sacrifice ensures they don't actually achieve it.
As we said, DM, this is the second chance that 5am have of going to the LAN tournament. They still have a third opportunity if they lose this game, but they can feel this game slowly slipping away, DM. Things are not going in their favor, especially when the likes of DJ Perry, because Dice of the Goal Fury there, you can just start to feel the hope leaving them in this game.
But we answered the question. We perned down for the Goal Fury.
Pern down for what? The Goal Fury. That's confirmed. Goal Fury perns down.
So I'm looking at the player damage here, Pernicus. Or, I mean, I'm sorry.
Pernicus?
I'm looking at Pernicus'
I don't die
damage.
to Goal Fury. Who you calling? That's rude, BM. I wouldn't die to a Goal Fury.
Enough. But actually,
Who said
Pernicus, who has been carrying games all day today, is under 4,000 damage, along with Pain de Beyond and Jeff Inlet. Everyone else has cleared that mark. In fact, most are significantly above at least 6K on the board here, except for Omegatron, who's only put up 4,600, but I can imagine a very high number in healing as well.
Yeah, and mid-caps are still down for quite a long time. Now, Goal Fury still on the table after that ridiculous engagement between the two teams overall. But right-hand side, Rush gets caught out. DJ's going to the sky to try and support him, but he's getting chucked lower and lower. The big baby form's going to come to an end sooner rather than later, I feel. DM, is he going to drop? Yes, he is!
MLC snipes as he throws it through the wall and picks up the kill that Andy could just not confirm. He's going to go down, and 3 members now are going to face DJ Pernicus, who doesn't have quite the lane clear to deal with this kind of pressure. This is going to go down. The only answer here is that they could maybe try to go for an objective on the left side, but Barracuda just stole away the red buff.
Really did. That was a really good pickup for him overall. So now we're going to see the whole group of 5am try and rotate to the middle area to support. The Goal Fury has been started here by Madman Mark at the moment. Do they have a ward to give this one away? Hindler's well aware of it. Jeff's in position to notice what's going on here. And you can see the rotation from Cog straight away over to it. They've zoned out the other members of 5am in the middle lane. Nice work once again.
So 9-6 right now. There is a 300 gold difference. Now 800 gold actually as they take that tower, and a 6,500 experience difference, of course, in favor of Cognitive Gaming. Now 17 right now. We see MLC Stealth has broken past Mace to the face on top of the fact that he's only 200 gold behind him, which means effectively 200 gold ahead, as of course we did talk about Mace picking up that pot and not getting much out of it. Otherwise, this has been a pretty good game for COG considering their early game was so weak. We're looking towards the Gold Fury at this point, Hinduman. It's really going to come down to the next fight to really set the pace for the end.
I agree. I'm looking at the builds, though, coming out from Cognitive this game, DM, and look at MLC Stealth and Omegatron. Both gone for the Warlock Sash. So they're going to have a lot of health in their health pool, and then take into account both of these gods have the ability to throw out heals. It's going to be very hard to just burst one of them down if the other one's nearby. It's going to pay off very, very well. Then on top of that, you've got Bacchus. He's a neatly tanky beast anyway, which means you've got to look at Andy as the focus or Barracuda.
So, you know, we're talking a lot about healing. We see Aphrodite and Ra, and then we see the Weakening Curse on the other side. But then we look across the board, and we see Isis and Vamana, and yet no Weakening Curse coming out from COG. This could be a major detriment going into the endgame if they don't start working on healing reduction. I mean, if it wasn't for Stealth's absolutely perfect ultimate in the last engagement, they would not have picked that up, all because of the healing coming out from Colossal Fury.
You understand, I totally agree as well, but Jeff still has an active available to him. Goal Fury's been started here, and this is what we said was the point of contention. Great defensive ult. Thor's up, Thor's down, faster than light, as Andy's going to be aggressive on Fido Evil, already on cooldown, but you can see from the backside, Madman Mark does not find any snipes whatsoever with that Astral Barrage.
This got to be the Fire Giant. They have to go for it.
Free Goal Fury.
They have to go for the Fire Giant. They have complete ward control. Do they know it? Now they're going to get spotted in the mid lane. They took a little bit too long. Omegatron's going to be forced to ult here. You see that Undying Love go off, and Pernicus is just taking too much damage as MLC rotates in and finds himself the kill. He's going to keep going. Stealth finds a stun, but it's not going to be enough to really confirm.
MLC doesn't care.
Barracuda comes in. The pressure's too much, man. They just can't deal.
They really can't. Pain Devion's going to have to try and use the rollout to get away after the cat because I'm not going to find it. And that was a great cleanup from Cognitive. They've managed to pick up 3 kills. This is a free Fire Giant right here. Ram's on the other side of the map. He doesn't have his ultimate available. All he can really do is take a tier 1 tower. Vamana doesn't even have ult available. This is a great play from Cognitive.
They have, I think they're going to have their hand on the gods up pretty soon. Even so, they have 5 people here. No contention. Rush is rotating in with no ultimate. There's nothing they can do to stop this. Fire Giant has been taken, and COD demands their lead back with 2,700 gold and 10,000 experience as Andy laughs in the face of danger facing off Rush. He will jump away. Ramo's going to earn himself a tier 2 for his team, but the damage has definitely been done.
Been done indeed. Gold Fury and Fire Giant both going in favor of Cognitive Gaming. Gold lead is just over 1,500 experience, though. Nearly 10,000 right now, DM. And after the start that 5 AM had and the pressure that they put Cognitive under, they were 2,000 experience ahead, DM, in 2.5 minutes. And now the turnaround is ridiculous.
12-6, 21 minutes deep. They're starting to shrink the lead at least a little bit here, but it's not enough. It really isn't. I mean, 1,300 gold at this point, maybe not a big deal, but 10,000 experience, 9,000 experience with a Fire Giant buff adorned, there's really not much you can do to contest that. Now they're facing off against Barra here, but Barra just messes it and walks away, and actually doesn't even walk away, he just continues fighting the creeps. In fact, winds up healing himself almost back up to full thanks to those Devs gloves.
That's one of the things that people forget. That due to the changes to how the Hunters build nowadays with the Dev Gloves, they can continue to sustain off the minions even if they do get slightly low. And now you're going to see Cognitive siege this left-hand tower 4v5.
Look at this, Jeff just slamming down the Liquid Courage, facing off against Thor as they pressure. They're trying to find an opportunity as Andy looking for a line into the fight from the backside, but nobody gonna get hit by that Spirit Ball as they continue their pressure. 3-man Intoxicate gonna force out the big baby, chasing him down, but there's just not enough pressure. Stun not gonna do enough there as Mace is able to get out as finally Omega rotates into the fight. Barracuda goes up to the Chariot and they're gonna push for the kill.
Well, finally Omega joins the fight and now Rushed is there as well. Barracuda jumps in looking for Mace. He's already used the Aegis. Bellyflop not going to land from Hindler, but now what can they find? They're going to look to finish off Mace. They do so. Now you're going to see the Astral Barrage come out. I feel like, it's Thor who's gone to the sky rather. Where's he going to come down? Going to come down with the rest of his team, giving up the tier 1 tower to Cog.
They're going to push 500 gold deep plus the kill. Moving forward, they've just lost a lot of CC with Mace. They were relying on that Spirit Ball. They were relying on that silence and of course the circle of protection. They're going to abandon the tier 2. They're going in. And Pain's already under half. Man Mark has been forced back. They already got a kill onto the super tanky Rushed, and for no fear will get another 1,500 gold.
Another 1,500 gold. Only Madman here to defend this tower. Pain Divion having to back to base to heal up once again. And you can see the amount of sustain and the tankiness with those Warlock Assassins. Jeff Hindler's going to be alive for days as that Phoenix drops and everybody's still full health and near enough full mana.
Divine Ruin was not available. Rushed already died, so they had no weakening curse. So they're just using raw Aphrodite, plus the defensiveness coming out from Chug, the defensiveness coming out from Serenade, and then of course Andy's ability to jump around like a crazy man. They're going to get a tier 1, but they're going to trade it for 2 tier 2s of Phoenix and another tier 2 coming now. I just don't think that Pernicus should be where he is.
I think it's a big ask for him to really do anything in this situation. His team are not able to fight a Fire Giant team that has as much sustain as they do, DM, without the whole team being alive to fight. They have to give this all up, and now you're going to see Cognitive Gaming making a wise decision here to back to base and buy items before they look to continue the pressure.
I don't even know if Pernicus has the damage to take this down. In fact, Barracuda's rotating in with across the sky. Pernicus is going to take at least 2 tower shots here, plus a lot more. Now you're going to see him go up into the air. I think he'll be able to get away, but just barely, and his ultimate has been used. Doesn't even take the tier 2.
Now 5AM need to make some calls here. Like, do they continue this game on as it's going? Do they try and salvage this and make sure they've got the motivation ready for the next game? Or do they still feel that they have an opportunity in this game going forward? What do you feel, DM?
It's hard to say.
It's hard, isn't it? It's not easy.
I'm looking at the Gold Fury that's back up. They can't afford to give it away again, and yet they have no ward coverage. There's no one even on the side of the map that can really contend. I mean, at this point, Madman, Mark, and Geb, they have to deal with the 5 minions.
Dealing with the 5 minions, they are 3 members of the team over there. Is Vermana, Rush trying to just push out this right-hand lane, which is one of the only Phoenixes remaining. Mid Harpy's taken away again. Right one spawning soon, and Fire Giants up sooner rather than later. And if they don't contest this Fire Giant DM and win it, then I don't see a way back in this game for 5 AM. We're going to be seeing them in the 3rd and 4th place match.
Right side, Russ trying to make something happen. This tower has barely even been scratched, still sitting at about 60%, maybe 70% health.
Rush is
caught. Still don't have any gold. And this is bad, Hindu.
This is really bad. Fear No Evil popped. He goes in Big Baby to avoid the immunity. Great Spirit Ball going to delay it, but Celestial Beam's going to connect and pick him up. And that's going to be a 4v5 for this last stand of Cognitive at the Fire Giant.
That was A really good weakening curse coming out from Hinla as well to ensure they didn't have that extra healing. Fire Giant respawns, and the entire world sets their eyes onto Pain to Beyond.
Pain to Beyond has the Magi's Blessing available. Can he get in here? The rollout is channeled. He's looking for it, but the whole team turns their attention on him. He's going to find the immunity. He's got the knock-up. Not enough damage on it now. Is he still going to find it? He's looking for it. 5 AM, get the Fire Giant! They still have a chance if they can continue now.
Rama continues pushing forward. Astral Barrage up in the air. DJ Pernicus with the double kill as they turn their sights right back to the carry. Barracuda's forced out. Jeff Hinla's low and getting chased down. Speed buff Adorn to the jungler as he's going forward. Stun. Struggle as he teleports into the tier 2. The Mesmerize cancels out where the shield is. They turn their sights now to the carry once again. Pernicus will escape, but they've just turned this one back around.
Still have a chance. The whole team siege in this tier 2 tower now. Gonna get the tier 2 finally, which DJ Pernicus worked so hard to get earlier. What can they do from this? 29 seconds on MLC Stealth, 22 on a Megatron. I don't know if they can really make any more DM. Maybe they go back to base, or they look for the extra towers in the right lane. Andy could get caught too!
Stir is in trouble. We're all going to be used. Option going to get covered here. Actually, no, they're all going to go the same way. Andy might be getting baited here. Where in the world?
They're tier 1. They've got to take tier 1 down. They're just going to take the towers down, keep themselves in it for now.
Oh my god.
Andy,
I didn't even realize there was a tier 1 still here.
Oh, he doesn't have the Fear No Evil, the Spirit Bomb, the Sign's going to stop it. Now there's the Fear No Evil. Barracuda's over here as well. He has to jump away. Does Andy? So does Barracuda's. Jeff turns up. Tier 1 drops though. And all the while, Rushed is farming out those fire minions in the left lane.
This
5
is a good
AM,
push.
hold.
This is a good push. They were able to take that. Rushed didn't get the Fire Giant buff, but he was able to use this time wisely. The Phoenix has respawned on the left side. The gold has been shrunk down to 5,000. The level 20s are coming out in both teams. Though we don't have access to the level 20 circle of protection. DJ Pernicus a little bit farther behind than Andenster, of course. And we're going to see Madman Mark 2 levels behind Barracuda. But
that's big.
Really, they still have an opportunity. That steal, the play coming out from DJ and Pain, they're keeping their team alive.
They've got a chance. If the longer this game goes on, DM, they've got a chance because if Madman Mark can finally start to finish off his items, get some crit online, which he's lacking desperately right now. If he does get a good position with the Astral Barrage, it does penetrate gods, so it will go through all the other gods as well. If they can do that, they have a chance.
So now they have to take everything. They have to get the jungle, but they have to group up quick, and they have to use this Fire Giant avail. They only have it for about 2.5 more minutes, maybe a little bit less. And we're going to see a rotation into mid Spirit Ball. Not going to hit anybody. Omegatron, though, still attached to MLC Stealth, so even if it landed, they could have healed it up. I mean, this is good. But yeah, this is smart. Barracuda's going to use his ultimate to ensure that they are forced away from their contention points. Actually, he's already baited them over, and he's already backing. Doesn't even have to use the ultimate. Super smart play.
Great call from them. And what that did, DM, which people don't realize, is it delayed the use of the Fire Giant. It made it longer, and the cooldown on that Fire Giant is going to come off sooner rather than later. And then once again, Cognitive technically are going to be in control because of the golden experience lead. 5 AM need to assault something, and they need to assault something now.
So they have about a minute left on this push. And we're going to see a major grouping. Barracuda and Omega are on the wrong side of the map. It's a free tier 2. It's a free tier 2.
It is a free tier 2, and Omega's now finally backing. Barracuda's still farming. Barracuda's going to look for the split push option. It is a weakened Phoenix on that left-hand side if he gets the opportunity. But 5 AM going to 4v5 this by the looks of it. We're going to see Barra have to rotate here sooner rather than later. He's backing right now.
Now keep an eye. MLC Stealth super tanky right now. He has a lot of health. Oh my god, so much damage. Going to force him out. DJ Pernicus goes for the push. He's fighting 3, and he's going to go. He's teleported.
He got out.
Outrageous. He's still alive. Circle of protection. Weakening curse, though, will stop him from healing, and Pernicus will, in fact, go down. Mace, final kill. Going to be going to Jeff Hinla. Rushed super low. Can't fight. Madman Mark, I don't think, is getting away from this one.
No, it doesn't look like he is at all. Madman going to continue to be chased. He does vanish the barrage, but now there goes the Astral Barrage. Not going to turn it around, but he's going to delay for the most part. Doesn't find a kill, and they're still pushing MLC Stealth. He's not giving up chase on Rushed. Rush could go down here. Barracuda's actually just giving him up and chose the mid camps.
Yeah, we still have an ultimate available. You can see Undying Love has not been used. DJ Pernicus got incredibly baited there by Andy. I mean, it wasn't even a bait. It was a good call, but the rotation and turnaround, that hard turn coming out from Cog was beautiful. It not only saved this game, it might have won it for them.
I mean, if he did manage to take out Andy there, that was great. He did force the Finna Weevil, and Beads is out again straight away, but the rest of COG group up, and now they get to push down middle. They take the middle. Phoenix, the left one's already weakened DM. They're back at square one once again. I feel a 5 a.m.
You know, they're underestimating the movement. I think that's what it is. Andy has a teleport. Andy has a jump. Aphrodite is a 20% movement speed buff. Stealth has a 30% movement speed buff. Barracuda not only has his Serenade to slow people down and his moves to move himself forward, but a global ultimate, on top of the fact that Jeff Hinla has one of the strongest jumps in the entire game. 2 Phoenixes will fall to none as Fire Giant respawns. There has to be a rotation here from 5 Angry Men. They got to pick up the Fire Giant right now, or that's curtains.
And that's why you see Jeff Hindler going back to base at the same time as Barracuda. They know they need to get the wards ready for this one as quick as possible. Jeff has that sentry online waiting, and now the rest of COG are just going to zone off and wait for Jeff to get here to open it up. But these deep wards coming out from 5am let them know exactly where they are at the moment. They've got a vision of this, and now both teams, this Fire Giant is big. If the last one was big, DM, this one is literally for the game.
Now, you have to consider that left side's pushed out pretty far, so they don't have to worry about the fire minions just yet. Jeff Hemla taking some damage from the fire giant right there, as he does manage to maintain ward control. No more sentries in the inventories of anyone. So Vision is going to be going right now to 5 a.m. Or, I'm sorry, to Cognitive.
Barracuda should be left-hand side right now, split pushing those fire minions in consistently. He doesn't have to worry about right side. Go left and force someone to go back and defend.
That's 2 full waves of fire minions on the left side. Now, of course, there will be a contest as we see the creeps start to respawn. But, I mean, the damage can be real. They don't have the opportunity to be going for Gold Fury. This is an irrelevant push right now. They don't need this gold. They shouldn't fight for this gold. The Fire Giant's already been started, and there's 2 people on the wrong side of the map with fire minions pushing into the base. Mace was forced back. Wow. I think that was a misplay, Hindu. I think that's it.
I think that could be as well. Rush is in too much trouble. He's going to drop already. Pain Divion has to use his Cataclysm defensively to try and get away. But meanwhile, the Titan's under attack as the barrage comes out from Rom, who's across the other side of the map right now. Paulo's going to dunk down with Barracuda and continue the chase with the sprint onto Madman Mock, who's out of mana as well after doing the Gold Fury. This looks like the end, and it's an unfortunate end to this game, DM, because, oh my God, did this go backwards and forwards.
33 minutes deep right now. Mace is looking down the barrel of a 5-point shotgun, and they're pushing into the base with fire minions. I think, despite the fact that they played a very strong game, this one's going to be GG, guys. Raise your cogs. I just don't see them being able to hold this one off.
So Cognitive going to move on, as you're going to see on your screens right now with this victory. They're going to move on to the final to face off whoever it's going to be. Is it going to be Dignitas or Snipe, I believe?
It will be Snipe.
It is going to be Snipe. They're going to face off. So that means that Dignitas hold in their hands right now, technically, who goes in the fourth spot.
I'm sorry. I thought you said into semifinals.
Oh,
no,
it's the
Dignitas
semifinals.
has defeated Snipe. I'm sorry about that.
So
Dignitas will go on to fight Cognitive for
That
contention of first seed, and Snipe holds in their hands contention for 4th.
And that also means Cognitive and Dignitas fighting for the first place of the whole SWC. Who's going to come out on top of that? Whoever wins that one are going to finish in first. However, obviously, the hype tie is still on, guys. And if the hype tie is still on, it means we're going to be following 5 Angry Men with their very last DM chance to make it to the LAN event.
You know, a few missed opportunities during the qualifiers. 5 Angry Men fell very far behind very early, but managed to catch up starting in week 6. Last week had a pretty good week as well, being able to best Cog Red and putting themselves in the contention point. Here, they need a win. This is where the Cinderella story comes to an end, whether it's a good ending or a bad ending for them. We're going to find out in just a few minutes. We're setting the players into the game. In just a second, we're going to cut to a quick break while we get things set up, guys. Make sure to raise all of your team logos, raise your snipes, raise your 5 Angry Men's. We'll be right back.